Hello, Aslam class. Welcome to your maths lesson today. It's the Thursday and it's the 25th of February 2021. So this week we've been looking at, we've been finishing our work on fractions. Earlier on in the week we were looking at subtracting fractions, and then we moved on to looking at fractions of amounts, and we were looking at trying to find a unit fraction of an amount yesterday. And again, just to clarify, unit fraction is when the numerator is only 1 and the denominator it can be any number, whatever it is you're splitting up. And to find a unit fraction of an amount, all you do is divide the denominator into the amount that you want. So for example, if we had the number 10 and we wanted to find out what 1/5 of 10 is, we divide 5 into 10. And that would give us 5 equal parts of 10, and in each part you would have 2. So 1/5 of 10 is equal to 2, because if you put that in a bar model, you would see that you would split your 10 into 5 groups, and in each group, which represents a fifth, would have 2 in it. Okay, but today we're moving on to finding amounts where we're finding a non-unit fraction of an amount. But before we do that, as always, you need to complete your arithmetic questions for today. So if you please get your pens at the ready, your pencils, excuse me, and go through the questions on the whiteboard now. You can pause the video and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, I forgot my ball pens. If you've unpaused the video, great. Let's see how well you've done for your arithmetic questions today. So I'm going to just not share the screen with you so you can see fully what's going on the board behind me here. Okay, so question number 1 is 5 times 9, sorry, which will give you the answer of 45. Question 2, what is 33 shared into 3 equal parts? So that is equal to 11. What is 888 as a Roman numeral? So D is 500, and then we add 300s to make 800. 80 is L, and 3 lots of 10, so 50 plus 3 lots of 10 is equal to 80. And then 8 is equal to 5, add 3. So we get DCCC LXXXVIII, 888. 5/6 plus 2/6 is equal to 7/6, or you could have 1 whole and 1/6. And then 4 times 8 is equal to 32. Question 6, we go 64 divided by 4, which is equal to 16. Question 7, what is 10 kilometers in meters? We need to multiply 10 by 1,000. So there are 10,000 meters to 10 kilometers. And then we need to add our values together here. So 4,000 plus 4,000 is 8,000. 800 plus 100 is 900. 20 plus 30 is 50. And 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. 8,959. And now we're taking away. So 9,000 take away 4,000 is 5,000. 800 take away 400 is 400. 70 take away 40 is 30. And 5 take away 5 is 0. 5,430. And then the last question, 49 divided by 7 is 7. So well done if you've got all those questions correct. And we're now going to move on to our lesson for today. And the lesson today, I'm going to share the screen again with you so you can see what we're doing, is finding non-unit fractions of amounts. And to do this, we can use bar models, or we can use a place value chart, or you can use your own division and multiplication facts. So here's a quick starter, just a recap for you. Can you please find 1/8 of 32? Pause the video, and once you've done it, unpause the video, and we'll go through the answer. So find 1/8 of 32. Okay, welcome back. So what we can do here, we could do this as a bar and have 32 segments, but that might take a long time to do. So we could use place value counters to find this out. So what we're going to do is we draw our bar, okay, here, all right, and we're finding an eighth of 32. And what you can do, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you had place value counters, you could have tens, you could have, it probably wouldn't actually work, in fact, because you've only got up to 30. And we've got to split it into 8 groups. So what I would do here, I would think to myself, using a bar model may be difficult to work this one out. Using place value counters may be hard to work this one out. But I could do if I had them all in ones. And if I had 32 of them, I could then share them equally into these 8 bars that I've created. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So I've put my 32 counters into my bar. This bar represents one whole. I've got 32, so my whole of 32 is in here. I've split this then into 8 equal parts because I'm finding 1/8. So here is an eighth of 32, and there are 4 in there. So 1/8 of 32 is equal to 4. Another way you could do it is simply go, right, 1/8 of 32. So I'm going to divide 32, my whole number, by the denominator, which is equal to 8. Okay, and that gives me 1/8, which is 4. It's important that you know how to do that because we're going to be using it today to find out what non-unit fractions of amounts are. So let's go on. I'm going to make myself smaller and see this so you can see the screen. Okay, so here we have 10 cubes on our screen. And we need to find out, our question is going to ask us what 2/5 are. So 2/5 is a non-unit fraction. So first step, we need to find out what a unit fraction of this amount is. So remember, to find a unit amount, we divide it by the denominator only. Only divided by the denominator. So we've got 2/5 here, so we know our denominator is 5. So let's find out what a unit fraction is by dividing our whole number by the denominator. So we're going to divide it by 5. Okay, now we divide, now that we know 1/5 of 10 is equal to 2, because when we divide this number by 5, we are going to divide it into 5 groups. So in each group, we've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. We've got 5 groups. We divided 10 by 5. So in each group, we've got 2. Now this, we've divided it into fifths. Okay, so these all represent a fifth. Here is 1/5. There are 2 in there, but we need to know what 2/5 are. So we can do this by simply multiplying our answer here, or finding out what a unit fraction is, by 2, by the denominator, the numerator that we're trying to find out here. So we know that 1/5 is equal to 2, but what are 2/5 equal to? Well, look, here's 1, 2, and this is another fifth here. So let's add these 2 together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we know that 2/5 of 10 are equal to 4. And the way we do this, again, just to clarify, is we find out what 1/5 of 10 was first. So we did that by dividing 5 by 10, and that gave us 2. 10 by 5, sorry, which gave us 2. We then need to know what 2/5 are. So 1/5 is here. Let's add on another fifth there. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So now we know that 2/5 of 10 is equal to 4. Okay, and we can see that if we split this up again. So here we found out our unit fraction first. So we divided 10 by 5 to give us 2. So we know that 1/5 is equal to 2, but we've got 2 lots of them, haven't we? Our question asks us what is 2/5 of 10. So 1/5 is equal to 2. Add on another 1/5, we get 4. Okay. So 2/5 of 10 is equal to 4. Now, you can use bar models as well to help you work this out. So Dexter has used a bar model and counters to find 3/4 of 12. So you can see here, he's got his 12 quarters and he's divided them into 4 groups because he's divided it by 4. And you can see here that he has, here are the distinctive groups, if we can just do that. There we are. So in each group, he's got 3 counters. So we know that a unit fraction, 1/4 of 12 is equal to 3. But he wants to find 3/4. So what does he do? He goes, right, there's 3 in this group, add on another 3, add on another 3. There's our 3/4. How many has he got in them 3/4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So actually 3/4 of 12 is equal to 9. Okay, let's have a look at some of the others before you start doing your own. Okay, so let's have a look, and you can see it on the board behind me. Let's use his method to calculate what 5/6 of 12 are. 5/6 of 12. So let's get our 12 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and the denominator is telling us that we need to put them into 6 groups. Okay, so we've got to have 6 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 here. So here we've got our 6 groups. Yeah, so we now know that 1/6 is equal to 2. But the question is asking us, how many are there in 5/6s? So we can either do 2 multiplied by 5 to give us 10, or we can count them up because it is repeated addition, because each 6 has got the same amount in it. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5/6 of 12 is equal to 10. All right. And if you want to, a quicker way to do it, you do 6 divided by 12 to give you 2, and then multiply that answer by the numerator to give you the answer. Let's do 2/3 of 12 this time, okay? So this time, here's our 12. Our question is now asking us to find 2/3 of 12. So again, look at the denominator. Let's divide 12 by 3, okay? So if we do that, we get that, okay? 3 groups. How many are in each group? We've got 4. So we know that 1/3 is equal to 4. But the question is asking us for 2/3. So all we do is add this third with this third to give us 2/3. And there are 8 in total, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, just to break it down for you, what you've done 12 divided by 3 to give you 4. And that's giving you 1/3, okay? And then we multiply 4 by our numerator here, which is 2, to give us the answer of 8, okay? So 4 is equal to 1/3, 8 is equal to 2/3. Right, try out the next 2 questions. Pause the video, and then we'll see how well you've done. Okay, good. Welcome back. Let's go through this. Okay, so we've got 18 now. So we're going to have 18 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now the first question asks us find 2/3 of 18. So we're now going to split our groups into 3. Okay, so we've got a group here and we've got a group here. We now know that 1/3 of 18 is equal to 6. But the question is asking us for 2/3. So let's count up how many we've got in 2/3. We've got 6 here, another 6 here. 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So there are 12. So two-thirds of 18 is 12. Now we're going to change it because the question is now asking us what is 7/9 of 18. Let's find out what 1/9 is first by dividing that whole thing by 9. And when we divide this by 9, you get 9 groups. How many counters are in each group? The answer is 2. So 1/9 is equal to 2. But we need to know what 7 of these are. So we need to count how many counters we have in 7 groups. There's 2 in each group. We've got 7 groups. So we do 7 times 2, and that is equal to 14. Okay, so well done if you got that correct. We can now look at using place value counters here, and you can see that Amir has used a bar model and place value counters to find 3/4 of 84. And you can see what he's done here. He's got a 10 and a 10 and a 1. So in each group, he's got 21 counters or values. He needs to find out what 3/4 are. So he's got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then 3 1s. So 63 is 3/4 of 84. Let's use his method to find out what 2/3 of 36 are. So let's get our 36, okay? And we've got our bar model, and we've got we're doing it in thirds because it's 2/3. So let's put a 10 in there, a 10 in there, and a 10 in there, and it's 36. So we're going to have 2 1s in each block. So we now know that 1/3 is equal to 20. Is equal to 12. We need to know what 2/3 are. So how many 10s have we got? We've got 2 lots of 10. And how many 1s have we got? We've got 4. So 2/3 of 36 is 24. Give it a go, pause the video, and let's see how well you've done. Okay, welcome back. Let's do this one, okay? So again, we've got our bar, which is split into thirds. We are now trying to find 45, 2/3 of 45. So we need to separate this into our 10s first. So let's put 10s in. Now we can't share out our last 10 completely equally, can we? Because we can't put 10s in here. So we've got to exchange it for 1s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 10, and then we've got another 5 to put in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we've shared out 45 equally into our 3 groups using place value counters. We have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 15 in each third. The question now is asking us to find 2/3. So 2/3 is equal to 15 plus 15, which is equal to 30. Again, if you did 3 into 45, you would get 15, and then 15 times 2 is 30. For the last one, we're splitting our bar into 5 groups. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we've got 65. So let's put our 10s in. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then the last 10 has to be split, exchanged. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there we go, and then we've got to add another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in each group, in each fifth, we have 13. Okay, 1, 3. The question is asking us how much do we have in 3/5. So let's count. We've got 10, 20, 30. And how many 1s have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3/5 of 65 is 39. So well done if you got that one correct. Okay, so for your independent tasks today, you are going to be completing the following. For task number 1, draw counters in the bar models to help you complete each number sentence, and then write your answer in the box. And then can you match the questions and the answers together for that one. Task number 2, if you want to challenge yourselves a bit more, complete these sets of questions, please. And then again, post your work up onto Tapestry. But if you really want to go for a challenge and you really want to push yourselves today, go on to task number 3 and answer these questions for me. Pause the video at each of the challenges that you want to do, and then I'm going to go through the answers. Okay, for this one, we go through the answers now. So for challenge number 1, let's try to do as quickly as I can. Draw counters in the bar models to help you complete each of the number sentences. So we've got 2/3 of 15. So let's put 15 counters in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have 5 counters in each third. So we know that 1/5 is going to be 5, 2/5 is going to be 10. 3/4 of 8. So we put our 8 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know that 1/4 is going to be 2. So we need 3 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know that 3/4 of 8 is now 6. And 2/5 of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We know in the 1/5 we've got 4, but we need to know what 2/5 are. So add the 4 here to another 4 here. So 2/5 of 20 is equal to 8. And then match the questions up to the answers here. So 2/3 of 9. 1/3 of 9 is 3. 2/3 of 9 is 3 times 2, which gives you 6. 1/5 of 15 is 3. So 3/5 is going to be 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. 1/6 of 12, we know 1/6 is equal to 2. So 2 times 5 is going to be 10. And then 3/4 of 20, we know that 1/4 of 20, if we divide 20 by 4, we get 5. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. Okay, task number 2. Kim uses a bar model and replace value counters to find 2/3 of 36. So use that as a template to help you complete the number sentences below. So let's go through the answers very quickly. And you can do it on the board. I'll show you how it's done. And then we can quickly get through these answers as quickly as we can. So we've got our bar, which is split into thirds, okay? We've got 90, so we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. How many ones have we got? We've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/3 is equal to 32. So 2/3 is going to be equal to 64. For question B, our bar is split into 5 parts. So let's go into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 60. So we go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We then have to exchange the next 10 into ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The answer is 12. Okay. In each is 12. We've got 3 of them. So we've got 10, 20, 30, and then 6 ones. So 3/5 of 60 is 36. For question, for the next question here, we've got split into 4 again, and let's find 3/4 of 52. So we put 10, 20, 30, 40. We need to exchange the last 10 into ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got 2 remaining. There are 13 in each group. So we need to find out what 3/4 are. So we do 13 times 3. 10, 20, 30. And then we got 6 and 9. So we got 3/4 of 52 is equal to 39. For the next question, 2/3 of 30, we need to kind of work backwards, don't we? Okay, so 2/3 of something is going to give us 30. So let's work backwards and try and find out how to do this. So if we divide 30 by 2, because what you've done here to get this number, you've times 1/3 of a number by 2 to give you 30. So if we divide this number by 2, we get 15. Then if we do 15 times 3, we get 45. Now, 3/4 of 30, 3/4 of something is also equal to 30. You can also use a bar model to show you this. Okay, so we know that what we've done here is we've got 30. We know that up to here we've got 30. Okay, so we could do 10, 10, and 10. Okay, that wouldn't work because 3/4 of if we put a 10 here, would that work? 3/4 of 40 is equal to 30. Yeah, it would do, wouldn't it? So we've got 10 in each one. Okay, so we know that if we did 40, if we divided 30 by 3, we get 10. 10 times 4 is equal to 40. And for the last one here, we've got we split our bar into 6. 5, 6, and we've got 30 up to here. Okay, so how many do we need to have to get to 30 there? So again, we can do 30 divided by 5, which is equal to 6. 30 divided by 5, yes. 30 divided by 5, which is equal to 6, and then 6 times 6 is equal to 36. So we know, so we could put 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 6. That is equal to 30. So we know we've got another 6 there. So 5/5 of 36 is the answer there. And of course, for the last questions, these are more problem-solving questions. Dora, Whitney, and Ron find a fraction of 24 using counters. I have 5/6 of 24. I have 2/3 of 24. I have 18 counters. Who has the most counters? So we know that Dora has 5/6 of 24. 6 divided by 24 gives us 4. So 5 times 4 is equal to 20. She has 20 counters. Whitney says she has 2/3 of 24. 3 divided by 24 gives us 8. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. So Whitney only has 16. And we know that the boy there says he has 18 counters. So Dora should have the most counters. How many more counters does Dora have than Whitney? She has 4 more. And then what fractions make the statements correct below? So we've got to find out a certain amount of 16 is less than 18. So if you put 1/6 of 36 is less than 18, you'll get that correct because 1/6 is equal to 6. So you may have different answers. So I'm just going to put in the answers that I would have had. So 1/6 of 36 is equal to 6, which is less than 18. What equals 18? Okay, I could put 1/2 of 36 is equal to 18. And for one that's greater than 18, I may do 5/6 of 36 is greater than 18. All right, guys, I know that was a long-winded video, especially going through the answers at the end. It is quite tricky, but remember, always find the unit fraction first of an amount, and then multiply that by the numerator that you need to find. So for example, if you needed to find 4/6 of 24, find a unit fraction first of 24, divide 6 into it, and that would give you 4, and then 4/6 would obviously be 4 times 4, which gives you 16. I hope that works. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.